Hey, what's going on, guys? We're back again with number 32. We're going to be rambling a bit. Today we're going to do an open tag Monday Modern Madness. Monday. It's my open tag. And a little bit of channel update, I guess. I don't know why I keep calling it channel update. It's just crap I want to talk about that maybe people will be interested in. We've had a lot of stuff come in the mail. Got other things coming in the mail. We're going to highlight some of the stuff I've had come in. We're going to talk about doing a video strictly on just the leather things that I like to use and enjoy. Which I've got a continuously growing leather collection, which I'm really enjoying. We'll talk about, I think we're moving really strongly toward the traditional knives. So moderns are checking out and traditionals are coming in, and they're becoming my real pleasure and jam. So we're going to talk about a little bit of a flashlight that I've carried for about a year at work and tell you what I think about it, and if I think, hey, maybe you should check it out. And I will ramble about some stuff too. I got some things I got to talk about. Anyway, let's get over here and get after it. All right, guys, here we are. Like I said, Ramble 32, Modern Monday Madness. Today we're going to look at the Medford knife and tool, Praetorian D, I believe it is. This is one of the OG models. This is the early one that Medford made. I don't know, this thing probably weighs close to a pound, I would say. So we got titanium backside, lock side scale. We've got a G10 show side scale. We've got Torx, security Torx body screws, proprietary pivot system. We've got a D2 Tonto blade. Like I said, this thing weighs a ton. It's a real workhorse, and I really like Greg Medford. Some people don't, some people do. We got a 3 3/4 inch blade. And it's almost 3 3/4 inch cutting edge because your scale rides up so high on it. Probably call it more of like a 4-inch blade. When you measure it down here, it's more like 4 inches. But we've got a 3 3/4 inch cutting edge. I don't know if I can measure it with this one or not, but look at the blade thickness on this thing. I mean, compared to what's something we're used to here, like a GC71. We're a whole lot thicker. This thing has got, you have to bear with me as I try to measure this. Maybe it's 3/16 blade stock. Don't want to be one of those guys that cuts itself around the camera. I almost did. Might be a small cut. Yeah, there's a small cut. Oh well. I'm joining the club with you. But like I said, we got a Tonto blade, 3/16 stock, D2. This is going to be a flat grind from here down. So we maintain the thickness from here to here and all the way out here, and we're flat ground. It's basically designed for a hard use knife. I've put it through a little bit. We've got fullers on both sides. I guess that's possibly for weight reduction. We've got I don't know if you call it a skull crusher or what right here. Pommel. It's pretty sharp, you know, if you get to thinking about, you know. sharpening a 3/8 piece of plate and do a diamond pattern on the end. I'm well pleased with it. You don't forget that you got it with you. It's not the easiest one to one-hand deploy, but it's, you know, you can pinch these fullers and roll it out with your thumb from there. You got some majorly oversized jimping along the handle and then into the blade. It's not a deep carry pocket clip. It shows about this much of the knife in your pocket. But if you're carrying a Medford, man, you want everybody to know it. I really enjoy this. It's definitely a conversation piece. You pull that sucker out and people are like, what is that? Yeah. I mean, the blade is almost bigger than the handle. It's the beefiest knife I own by far. Sorry, the voice is still a little bit messed up from my sickness. Like I was saying, we've had a lot of things come into the channel, and I want to highlight these things, but I'll go in more depth with them in another video. You guys have already seen this. This is the 37 camo slip from Georgia Adventure, and in it I've got the new sod buster that I showed it in that orange video, but that's the persimmon orange bone sod buster. Not crazy about the thinness of it, but I am pretty crazy about the color. Like I said, I got a real rich color. I'm getting shadows now. Had a real rich color in the show side, and the pile side was a tad bit duller. But hey, that's okay. But this is new to the channel, of course. This is, I say the channel like we're somebody big. We had a mail call. Let's see if I can scoot this. From Tim's School of Fish. I want to shout him out. That guy's awesome. He's like, he's full speed ahead generally until but he's about got me ready to go buy a pipe and start smoking a pipe now. Tim, he's a super cool guy, you know. But go check him out. I'm sure everybody's already watching him. He's always bringing new stuff to the forefront, things you haven't seen, and giving you an idea of something you might like and things and such like that. He also sent us a couple of stickers, of course a handwritten card. He sent a little field notebook. I'm not carrying it yet, but I do carry one generally. I got a logging jotter right now, but it's one of these, and it's got his sticker logo on the front of it, a black notebook. Really freaking awesome. Thank you, Tim. We appreciate that. Today we got in the mail 2 leather slips from J.O. Ventures. John. Custom leather slips. This one was custom built to hold, and they're a little bit tight at the moment. We'll get them broke in though. This one was custom built to hold my 75 Sea Dragon, I think is what it's called. But I can't remember the colors on these, but he did blue stitching with this brown color. And he put the J.O. and the American flag on the back. And that one, like I said, is for my 75 Stockman. The other one is a brown with an orange thread. It's got J.O. and the mountain scene on the back. And this one I had made to hold my 1095 Trapper from Smokey. I'm happy with them. Well pleased. I appreciate I did some dog trading with him, and he obliged me to make me a couple of slips that I asked for. So we really appreciate that, and we'll get them in use there. This right here, I seen somebody had made one of these the other day, and this is funny because I I don't know if anybody can see this. So this is just like a Bic Lighter sleeve. I don't know if the light's going to show us, but it's a Levi Strauss & Co. There used to be a Levi's plant here in Knoxville. And some of my parents' really good friends worked there. And they would make, this is the leather patch that goes on the back of jeans, and right there's the red Levi's tag that they sewed in there. But they would take this leather patch and fold it in half, taco style, and stitch it together with that gold Levi's stitching, and put the Levi's tag in there. Now this thing's probably from the, I don't know, 70s, 80s, who knows. But I thought that was super cool. And I've had this forever, and you know, I do carry it, but I never thought anybody would be too interested in it. But I'm gonna show it to you guys. This thing's got some age on it. I guess I need to condition the leather on it, try to bring it back to life. Might do that as soon as I get off the video. I do it with all my leather stuff. I don't know why I've never done it with this, but there's the Levi's lighter slip. And I said we would talk about this flashlight right here. I've been carrying this one to work probably about a year or so. This is the Nebo Slim 1200. It's an IPX7 waterproof. It's got a magnet right here and a magnet right here. It's rechargeable with USB-C, which is what we like to see. We don't like the micro USB. Those things are janky. But this has a 1200 lumen bright setting. I think maybe it's like a 7 or 8, and it's got a lower lumen. It has a red light, and it also has a laser pointer as well. Now I have to say this thing works really good for my kind of work. It's one of those slim lights, you know. People kind of like those things nowadays. It works really good for sticking up on something while you're working. I end up working at night and down in dark spots and holes all the time, so it works out good for that. In my opinion, though, it only works good for like a shirt pocket, a breast pocket carry, because I've stuck this thing in my hip pocket. That may work okay for somebody that was left-handed, maybe. I'm gonna say I highly doubt it, but I've stuck it in my hip pocket and my back pocket before. So with the clip being on this side, so your bezel and your diode is pointed against your body, this thing turns on all the time in my pocket. And 1200 lumens, like up against your body right there, at first it feels, you don't even realize that it's kind of warm, and then it feels like a bee stinging you, and then it feels like you're absolutely on fire. And I think if you didn't get to it quick enough, it would definitely burn holes in your clothing, and it'd burn your skin. So, and I don't believe there is a lockout. I don't think there's a lockout mode on here. I probably would have used it if there was. I don't have the paperwork or anything for it anymore. I did. This light, it got dropped from about 30 feet one time, and it broke. I say it broke, it just wouldn't come on. And Nebo, I got in contact with somebody out there at Nebo, and they graciously said, send it back and we'll send you another. So this is the second one, and they replaced it. So I would say, you know, it's not good for the big drops. But I mean, it's been dropped, I can't tell you how many times, from just like out of my hand or what have you, you know, 4 or 5 feet or less, tons of times. It's an aluminum body. So overall, and it's a stellar work light. I don't know that it's the best for everyday carry, unless you are wearing a jacket or some bibs or something to keep it in. Just I would always get the button pushed and it would turn on and burn me. So I had to quit carrying it down in my pocket. I had to start carrying it in my shirt pocket. But anyway, I did get a decent deal on this. Ryan, that guy I talk about that makes my wallets, he's like a brand ambassador with them, and he has a discount code for Nebo lights, and they make all kinds of lights. I've had several of them. I bet 10 years ago, the Nebo slide, the one that slid apart and had a cob light on the inside too, so you had just a regular front torch, and then you could slide it up with a magnet base and had work light style. Those were the bee's knees about 10 years ago. Everybody had to have one of those. I've still got one laying around here somewhere. But they have tons of lights. They have inspection lights and pin lights, and they have another one this style as well. I think it's a smaller one. I can't remember Ryan's code, but if you hit him up over on Instagram, I'm sure he'll share it with you, or he may have it in his description over there. So go check them out. I'm well pleased with the light. I mean, I wear a work shirt that has a shirt pocket, 2 shirt pockets on it, so it's not a problem for me. If you wear like a button up or an FR style shirt, it'll work perfect for you. But that, I got new sunglasses. I can tell you about those too. Got new sunglasses. I buy these knockarounds. They're about $30, $35 or so. They're polarized, and the tint or whatever that's on here, it isn't very strong, so I guess that's why they're $32. But I can get by with buying a 1 or 2 pair of these a year, and they work great for me. I think they have a good shape to them. I'm a tortoiseshell addict. I love tortoiseshell. So knockarounds, these are fast lanes. Go check them out. They, of course, they don't know who the crap I am. I'm just some redneck that coaches baseball and loves pocket knives and all that, and needs sunglasses all the time. But they're great. They're great glasses. I had a pair that was green tortoiseshell, and I'd had them out when we was riding around side by sides in the snow, when we dropped them out there in the snow, and I lost them. Then we found them in the middle of the road when the snow melted, and they'd been run over about 32 times. So I had to get a new pair. But yeah, check out knockarounds. Fast lanes are that's what's up right now. Beyond that, we're working on teeners on these two. We'll look at them maybe tomorrow, and we'll try to keep up with making content now. But that's about all we got. I gotta go pay my extortion fee so I can drive my truck on the roads here in Tennessee. I'm a few days behind. I didn't realize my tags were expired, and now I have to go pay my extortion fee for the year. But we'll have ball practice tonight and things like that. I hope you guys have a good one. Just comment down below, and then let everybody know that crazy guy up there in Tennessee, he's done pulled sunglasses and flashlights into what he wants to talk about now. But we've got other things coming to the collection channel, whatever you want to call it, that we're going to look at and talk about. And I'm planning a little hard use video that might involve S30V and Abraham Lincoln, 1 cent. But yeah, just let people know I'm up here wild. I'm back, and we'll holler at y'all later. Peace.